And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Nelson Center here in Springfield, Illinois, as we get ready for some more MACHA tournament action. This time, the Gold Division Championship between McKendree University and Iowa State University. I'm Matt Harrington, pleased to be joined along Cameron Irwin for today's contest. And Cameron, saw a very good first game in our Silver Division Championship. Nebraska, the 3 seed, taking home a 4-3 win over UW-Milwaukee. And we got another one, another good one on tap here this afternoon between Iowa State and McKendree. Take us through these two teams in this contest.
Beginning first, of course, with the visitors, the designated visitors on the scoreboard, the Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State, they have a couple major scores. Raymond Zimmerman, 33 points, leads the team this year. He has 18 goals, which also leads the team. Brian Bunton, closely behind. He has 29 total points, 13 goals, 16 assists for him in 21 games played this year. Blake Ramsey, 26 points. Connor Lee, 22. There's just a couple guys there above 20. Once again, Iowa State, the 2 seed here, they're very good at scoring when they need to, but not like McKendree University. If you take a look at their top 5 guys compared to Iowa State's, we're looking at Tyler Wilson, 75 points on the season. Dominic Noss at 61. Connor Brennan at 53. Lazar Lestarik, he's at 47. Ty Watt at 40. All 5 of those guys are ahead of Iowa State's leading scorer. The McKendree Bearcats know how to score the puck.
They sure do, and it's been an impressive season for them so far, just 5 losses on the year. And, you know, one of the things you look at McKendree is they've got guys all over, as you mentioned, that can score. But they, you know, of course have leading scorers, but one of the problems that this team has run into is they take a lot of penalties. And you look at the penalties in minutes here, and they've got guys with 50 penalty minutes. You've got 2 guys with 50, and that being Tyler Wilson and, of course, Ty Watt. But then you've also got guys with 44. Daniel Nordlund has 44 penalty minutes. Another one, of course, being Atsawai Amorjuri that has 40. So, again, guys, for McKendree, they score a lot, but they also have got to stay out of the box here this afternoon.
And for Amorjuri, on top of his 40 penalty minutes, that's only through 6 games played as well. But if you're Iowa State, you need to take advantage of McKendree's, their penalties. The power play is going to be huge this game for Iowa State. We know McKendree can score. It's whether or not Iowa State can take advantage of the 5-on-4s and possibly the 5-on-3s like we saw earlier today in the Milwaukee-Nebraska game.
And also, power play is going to be big for McKendree as well. All their leading scorers have a lot of power play goals, and the team leader is Connor Brennan, who has 7 on the power play. Right behind him, Dominic Noss has 5. But some impressive stuff, no doubt, from this McKendree Bearcats roster. So, I mean, up and down the lineup, you've got guys that can score, but of course they need to stay disciplined here this afternoon as the warm-up clock hits 0. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back in time for a puck drop here at the Nelson Center. Thanks for joining us for the Gold Division Championship. We'll be right back. So we'll get the starting lineups here for this game, but we'll take a look at the starting goaltenders presented by Steamfitters Local 353. And for McKendree University, they're going to go with Andrew Best in net. And Obviously, I'm sure this joke has been used 100 times, but I'm sure he'd like to be the best goaltender out on the ice today. And then over for the Iowa State Cyclones, they're going to roll with David Volkman. So both of those are the starting goaltenders. As we hear the rest of the starting lineups here. We're going to pause for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Back here at the Nelson Center in Springfield, just about ready to go for today's Gold Division Championship between Iowa State and McKendree. Of course, the Cyclones, the number 2 seed in this tournament. They had a nice win last night over Bradley University. The final score there 9-3, so they put up quite a bit of goals in that one, almost hit the double-digit mark. And then McKendree has blown by the competition, and they won, of course, their semifinal game and advanced to the championship. And again, the winner of this one not only wins the Gold Division Championship, but they clinch a spot in the ACHA D2 Regional Tournament. And we saw Nebraska already clinch their spot in the D3 Regional. So a lot to play for here as we are officially ready to go at the Nelson Center, as this one's flipped in already. And a quick shot is held on to here by the goaltender. That was Jeremy Scherzik on the shot for Iowa State. So we'll have another face-off. It's just 6 seconds in. This one will be in the Iowa State zone as Scherzik has it again. He'll flip it to the corner. Iowa State, of course, in the maroon and gold. Very nice jersey setup, I might add, there for Iowa State. And then, of course, McKendree in the white and purple. Moving across your screen from right to left, and Iowa State from left to right. Now back for Iowa State with it is Safoni as he sends this one to the corner. Now Iowa State trying to get this one out. Ramsey trying to find the loose change. And this one will go back behind the Iowa State goal. Safoni again holding on to it for the Cyclones as he waits for his team to regroup. Just getting started here at the Nelson Center in this ACHA regional play-in game, and of course the MACHA Gold Division Championship. Now McKendree has it along the boards. That one intended for Omaroji, but back to the other side it goes. Action here up along the wall. Iowa State trying to keep the zone. Ramsey moving it to the corner. Dominic Nas had it for a moment as Nas trying to find his man in the corner. Ramsey backhanding that one, but McKendree coming back the other way. Bearcats across the line, but Iowa State right there as Ben Schoenfield had it. Now McKendree, Nordlander into the zone. Had a chance there for a minute, but couldn't pull the trigger as this one rolls off the tape. McKendree continuing to dig here. Moroji. Now Iowa State has possession through center. They'll flip that one deep. About 2 minutes gone in the first period, no score. After it for Iowa State is Brian Button. This one batted down by McKendree, and they'll continue to press here in the defensive zone. Nice handoff pass along the boards for Iowa State. Raymond Zimmerman back up to the point for Teeter. His shot was blocked. And that one gloved down at the top by McKendree. They'll fling this one all the way down the other way for Blair Davies, but this one is going to be an icing as we get a stoppage of play here. 17:42 to go in the first.
It's safe to say already from the start, Iowa State controlling the offensive tempo, but from the couple possessions that McKendree had in their offensive side of the ice, they seem to get past the Iowa State defense fairly easily. We may need to watch out for that as the game goes on.
A little pushing and shoving in the face-off circle. And both centers are going to get tossed here. So Cooper Bailey will take the draw for Iowa State as he wins it. And this one rolling around, deflecting to the point, and now back the other way. McKendree takes advantage of that loose puck, and now across the line they come. Tyler Wilson is offsides, but Iowa State has possession, so no whistle there. This one will be flipped into the zone, and Best will leave it for goaltender. Collision there along the wall is going to result in a penalty. I believe it's going to be an elbow, and it will be. So a penalty against the Cyclones here, and McKendree going to have their first power play chance of the game here.
And once again, if you're Iowa State, this is where you have to be careful because McKendree, a very good scoring team. And if you're a man down, that just gives them an even better opportunity to find the open man on the offensive side and score.
Fifthless is the one that goes on the elbowing for Iowa State. So they'll have to be on the penalty kill here as McKendree works this power play unit out on the ice. Collision on the wall. They still hang on to the puck as it's held onto at the point. That shot went wide. That one coming off the stick of Ryan Reeder as they continue to work here along the sideboards. And another penalty coming up against Iowa State. And McKendree's going to have a 5-on-3 for a minute 41.
Something we saw earlier today in the Milwaukee-Nebraska game. The 5-on-3, once again, McKendree looking to take advantage of this for quite a while. A minute 41, the 5-on-3 penalty will be.
So it looks like Jeremy Scherzik is going to go to the box here for the cross-checking call. And as you mentioned, a 5-on-3 for McKendree. What an opportunity to begin this game. Here's a shot from the point off the crossbar and out of play. But a rocket of a shot there, and it looked like it was number 26, Ty Watt, that took the shot.
And Ty Watt, we mentioned him earlier, 40 points this season, 28 goals, 12 assists. An offensive phenom for McKendree.
Another face-off here in the offensive side of things as McKendree wins it. Watt over to his defense partner. They hold on to it at the point, and that one broken up in front of the goal, and they clear it all the way down the ice. That'll kill off some penalty time here for the Cyclones. I gotta say, the Cyclones fans have traveled very well to Springfield here for this game as they come across the line again. McKendree with the pass over, and that one missed the net. Shot goes wide off the stick of Dominic Nas. McKendree, a minute 5 left on the 5-on-3 as Watt gets it back at the point. Watt waiting at the left wing side. Watt at the one-timer, and that one sails over the top of the net. And the net's off here, so we get a stoppage of play. 54 seconds to go on the 5-on-3, and 16:10 to go in the first.
That first shot, that first pass Ty Watt made, he looked like he wanted to shoot that one as well. Eventually got his chance on the second time around, just a little high.
Because of the net coming loose, the faceoff will be outside the offensive zone for McKendree, but they enter quite easily as Moroji had it for a minute and gets it back. Now back up to the point. Fake wind-up attempt goes back, and Pluto in on the passing here. Now the play down low. Chance in front, they score! A power play goal for the Bearcats on the 5-on-3. They strike first, it's 1-0.
And what a pass to Connor Brennan. Flash towards the goal, center ice was wide open. Teammate found him, and McKendree takes the 1-0 early advantage.
So big goal there on the power play. And the Bearcats strike first, and keep in mind too that they have one man back on the ice for Iowa State, but still a power play for 53 seconds for McKendree.
And it may be early, but if you're Iowa State, this part of the first period may end up haunting them in terms of momentum.
For sure, and we'll see if they can slow things down a little bit, but McKendree again still on the power play as they hold on to it at the point. Pluto again fakes that slap shot over to his defense partner at the point, Nordlander, and Pluto playing catch. Nordlander back to Pluto. Pluto to Nordlander. Now up on the right wing side. They'll move it down low as they continue to work this power play. Nordlander shot banned on, and Iowa State able to poke it down the ice. They'll come off for a change. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill.
You saw there McKendree offensively sort of collapsed the Iowa State defense towards the goal, giving Norlander that open shot on the outside.
Brennan into the zone for McKendree. Iowa State back at full strength. Goaltender didn't know where that puck was for a minute. Luckily, no shot. McKendree now to the corner. Under 15 to play in the first. 1-0 lead for the Bearcats, the top overall seed in this gold division. Iowa State finally able to grab possession here along the boards. But now back the other way. Big hit off the puck. McKendree keeps the zone. Loose puck in front of that Iowa State goal. And again, that physical play ramping up here for Iowa State. McKendree able to keep it as it's fired deep to the corner by Tyler Estemeyer. With it now for the Cyclones is John Fiflis, who was in the box just a moment ago for Iowa State, but now outside of the box, of course. Back at full strength for both teams. This one tipped into the zone by McKendree off the stick of Estemeyer again. And a battle for the loose puck in the offensive corner for the Bearcats. Iowa State looking to reverse the other way. And it'll come tape to tape up through center for Brian Bandick, who works along that blue line area. Glove down at center ice and flung right back in off the official. McKendree being hounded in their own end as here's a giveaway for the Cyclones. Had it there for a moment was Gabe Bortscheller, and look out, there's a chance in front of the goal. Now McKendree able to clear that one down. No icing. Goaltender will come out and play it. 13:26 to go. The speed has certainly picked up a little bit here since the start of this game. Now McKendree looking to bank it out. They do so at center. Oh, big hit there as the Iowa State player got laid out at center ice. And that was Michael Van Riesen. Cyclones still have it here in the corner as they continue to work along the boards. Pinch and keep. That didn't work out. McKendree able to muscle it out, and now here they come the other way. A chance for the Bearcats. Dominic Nas. Good defensive step-up effort there from the Cyclones defense. They've been good so far as Jeremy Scherzik was the one who stepped in front of that. Scherzik takes a bump from the corner and now lets that puck slide for a teammate. Up the boards now. Good speed along the wing by Zimmerman as he dodges a couple of Bearcats hits there and goes in hard back behind the net. Scherzik able to fire it back the other way. Zimmerman hustling after it for Iowa State. Back up to the point. Flung right back in as Zimmerman lets it float by him. Cooper Bailey in the corner. Zimmerman again, the turnaround try. Stick save by Best. And once again, the net off. We saw it happen earlier in the first game. And again, the net stoppage results in a whistle with 12:11 to go.
You know, something else we saw in the first game is a lot of physicality in the first period, something we've seen from both teams here, both McKendree and Iowa State, laying devastating blows. That may end up wearing them out as the game goes on.
We'll see how that physical play rolls on here as it's an Iowa State offensive zone draw. Taking the face-off now for McKendree will be Lesterick as a teammate was thrown out of the draw. And now grabbing hold of it is Ty Watt. He's got the flow with that nice hair, and we don't see a whole lot of it at this level, but Watt will continue to work in the corner. Now we have a penalty coming up here. Let's see what this is. Interference, it looks like. And this may be going against Iowa State. Let's find out. Maybe not. No, it is going to be against Iowa State, and this penalty is going to Adam Shimamoto. And again, McKendree already struck once on the power play. They've got another chance to do so here.
Something else we mentioned earlier, McKendree, I mean, stats-wise, the team that commits the most penalties, but so far it's been Iowa State in the box 3 separate times.
Of course, one of those times was on that 5-on-3, which resulted in that McKendree goal. Wilson wins the draw back to the point, and Pluto and his defense partner play catch. That top unit of Pluto and Nordlander has been good so far. Nordlander with a shot redirected in front of the goal, and the Cyclones able to backhand that one down the length of the ice.
And once again there, you see the McKendree offense sort of pushing the Iowa State Cyclones defense back towards the goal, leaving Norlander open for the shot.
Bearcats have it again, looking to set up on this power play. 30 seconds already has expired as it moves into the zone. Pass over on the right wing side. Flip to the corner there. And McKendree will move it back. Tyler Wilson has it on the right side as he continues to motion down low. Intended target was Omoroji, but cleared down once again by Iowa State. 1 minute and 7 seconds now remaining on the penalty kill. As the Bearcats will regroup. Back behind their own end, Tyler Watt has possession as he hands it off for a teammate. Up the ice they come now. The speedy number 11 for McKendree, Lesterick, throws a shot wide. Now Iowa State once again able to clear this one down. Best will leave it for a teammate. Ryan Reeder has possession back behind the goal. 36 on the power play for McKendree. Bad pass intended for Lesterick. Eventually finds his way up through center ice. And Pluto, nice pass for Watt. Getting hooked there. Watt turnaround shot, and that one missed the net wide. Iowa State couldn't quite get it out, and now they do after the block from Watt. And one last try for this McKendree power play with 15 to go. Bearcats holding on to it here back behind their own net as the pass connects on the side for Ivasenko. Ivasenko was looking for that feed again on the left side as he picks it up now. Back to the corner. Iowa State now full strength. This will be an icing as the penalty had expired, so we'll come back down the other way.
And despite sort of wasting time on the power play there, I like how McKendree decided to reset up their offense, sort of give their players a rest, and then give it another go as they continue that about 2 or 3 times.
9:47 to go in the period. Iowa State now possessing it along the boards. As it's thrown across, nice pass, and here's a break for the Cyclones. In alone, saved there by Best, and it's in the net! Iowa State has tied the game. The puck slipped past Best, and the Cyclones have tied it at 1.
What an offensive possession there from Iowa State, coming right off the break, going full strength, tying this game up with McKendree. And just like that, they're right back in it.
That's Brian Bunton that's going to get the goal for the Cyclones. A huge goal. Of course, number 55 for Iowa State. And boy, was that a nice play. It took a funny bounce, but it was a perfect finish in front by Bunton. And Iowa State has leveled this game at 1 apiece.
And against a McKendree team like this, there's no better shot you're going to get than one-on-one with the goalie.
Big hit in the corner there results in a puck possession here for Iowa State. Now they come back to the point. The shot through traffic kicked aside by Best. And McKendree back down the other way. Here they come across the line. Wilson moving in. Pad save. Right out, scores! McKendree strikes right back. And it's Omoroji that gets the goal. It's 2-1 Bearcats.
And just like that, we talked about how Iowa State was so quick on their offensive possession to score. McKendree coming right back, doing the same thing, a 2-on-1. Puck bounces off the goal. Omoroji able to pick it up, and McKendree takes the lead back.
Omoroji with a beautiful goal, and McKendree right away gets that lead back. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Bearcats here with 9:07 to go in the first. My goodness, catch your breath. What a series of events.
I mean, we know McKendree can score the puck.
Impressive stuff indeed. As this one will not be an icing as Best lets it float by him. Around the other side, Iowa State working it here. McKendree out through center. Nice glove down play to prevent an odd man rush for the Bearcats. Chopped out through center, and Iowa State will flip it back in off the stick of Dalton Teeter. McKendree looking to reverse the other way. That one floats by. No icing. 8:35 to go in the first. Nice pass up ahead. Here they come into the zone. Here's Bandick with the drop pass. That one missed the net. Comes back up to the point. The follow-up try rolling around in front is sent to the corner. And the net's off of moorings as a Cyclone player went crashing into the side of the net there. 8:20 remaining in the first. If you're just joining us, 1-0 early lead for McKendree, and then Iowa State tied it, and then McKendree answered right back as they lead it 2-1. Here we go off the face-off as McKendree will have it in their own end now. Looking to work up the boards and flipped out through center. Taken a hold of by the Cyclones, Ben Schoenfield, as he will fire this one deep. 8:06 to go in this first period. It's been a good one so far as Iowa State will let this go for an icing here against McKendree. So we'll come back down to the other end.
A lot of stoppage here in this first period already, something we didn't see in the first game. A lot of icing calls. Both teams sort of allowing their defenses to rest.
And for the first few minutes or so, we didn't really have a lot of stoppages, but especially these last few minutes, we really picked that up a little bit here. So Iowa State continuing to work in the offensive end. McKendree now picking it up back behind the goal as Ivasenko looks to move it up ahead. Now Iowa State with possession. Pass up right across the blue line. Looking to find the puck in between the wickets there for Iowa State was Shimamoto, and across the line, rebound loose in front, but held on to after that. Nice stop in front by Best. A little bit of a scary situation, but crisis averted.
I say Best was all over the place trying to find that puck, sort of able to corral it at the last second.
Iowa State, again, will have another offensive zone draw. 7:32 remains in this first. It'll be Ramsey on the draw here, it looks like, as they get it to the other side. McKendree flipping this one down. Look at the hustle here from Omoroji, who already has a goal. And a big hit there back behind the goal. Thrown out in front, kick save there by Volkman. And now Iowa State able to gather the loose change. Here they come up the ice, but the pass just rolled off the tape there. And Omoroji has it again. Iowa State back the other way. Nice move to cut inside, and this one will just roll to Best. Good idea by the Cyclones, just not enough on that one.
And here in this first period, especially with 7 minutes left, offense is going to be key for them heading into the break. Before the second period, once again, momentum swing can be huge, especially down one. A goal can swing the momentum in your favor.
7 minutes exactly remaining in the period. As off the draw, McKendree able to win it again. Michael Weedman trying to move it up the ice, but good job at the Iowa State point for them to hold it in. 6:48 to go in the period. Big physical play here by McKendree, because things got really chippy there for a minute. Now at the point it comes. The shot there missed the net, may have hit a man in front, as now McKendree finally able to reverse it the other way. Here they come across the line. Nice pass in front, and thought that one went in for a second, but the net came off. And that was Dominic Nas looking for the feed in front. Good opportunity, though, for McKendree.
Once again, you see McKendree, as soon as they get the puck offensively, they are pushing and they are hustling to the other side of the ice, sort of wearing out this Iowa State Cyclones defense early.
Lesterick on the draw for McKendree as he grabs it here. Nice pass in the slot. Hang on, we got a penalty coming. Interference is the call. And I think this one's going to go against the Bearcats here. Indeed it will. It's going to be Shane Pluto that goes to the box. Big chance here for Iowa State now. Their first power play try of the game with 6:24 to go in the first.
And we've said this, we know that McKendree commits quite a lot of penalties. For this being their first one of the game, nearly 13 and a half minutes in, that's a good testament to their physicality so far.
Iowa State wins the draw here as Ramsey has it, looking for a lane. Back up to the point. There's a shot right on, and the rebound. They're digging in front, but Best stands tall. And nice shot from the point, and then the follow-up on the rebound. Digging in front was Brian Bandick. Shot on the point there coming from Jeremy Scherzik. Another offensive zone draw here. Lee unable to win the draw as McKendree clears this one down the length of the ice. 1 minute and 43 seconds to go on this penalty kill for McKendree. And 6 minutes to go in the first. Iowa State could certainly use a goal here to tie this thing up before the end of the first. Drop pass once again broken up. Good awareness from the Bearcats there as they fire it down. 5:47 in the period, 1:20 on the power play. Iowa State spinning around as Scherzik controls and looks to move up ice. Connor Lee forced to fire it back for Scherzik behind the goal. Scherzik up through center. Lee just missed there. And McKendree once again able to fire it down. That was great work by Watt to fire that one the length of the ice. Gotta say, this penalty kill here, Cameron, has been very impressive from McKendree.
And they've stayed strong on defense as Iowa State resets and attacks. McKendree looks to attack them as well, and they've seemed to get the puck the majority of the time.
O'Connor now across the line. Throwing that one back to the point. Off the skate of Bailey. Back for O'Connor. Down low. McKendree able to slap at this one and once again clear it down. One last chance for Iowa State on the power play. 25 to go as they played aggressively from the goaltender Volkman. They're offsides, so we get a stoppage.
And Volkman this time very quick to flip it up ice instead of holding it to try and reset, maybe catch the McKendree defense off guard. They were unable to.
Off the draw, Iowa State controls here as this one's controlled along the left side. It'll go back behind the goal for the Cyclones as they continue to work up the ice. Pass just missed the tape there, so no icing will be called. Back behind the goal for McKendree. O'Connor trying to chop at that loose puck, and that'll do it. A very successful first penalty kill of the game for the Bearcats. Not a whole lot of setup from that Iowa State unit, and because of that, they are not able to get this game even at 2. Now McKendree with it at center, flipping that one, but it's intercepted by Iowa State. Nice bounce for Lee as he comes across. Lee with the shot, blocked, didn't get through the traffic. And now McKendree reversing the other way, could be a 2-on-2. Omoroji was the intended target in front there from that pass, but bouncing in favor of Iowa State. Now they slap it down the other way. Lee working along the boards, Zimmerman in there as well. Lee with the pass, here's the shot in front of the slot. Nice step-up play by McKendree defense. 3:34 to go in the first period. That pass missed the mark. And now Iowa State looking to corral. Safoni gave it away in front. McKendree had a chance there, but 2 Iowa State defenders come together to seal that gap. Puck just stays in. Here's a chance for the Bearcats, and that shot was blocked in front and trickled wide. Again at the line, Iowa State looking to get it out. Good keep. Here's the shot, scores! A laser beam off the stick of Tyler Wilson, the leading scorer for the Bearcats, and they extend the lead. It's 3-1. Talk about a big goal there. And Tyler Wilson does just that.
And it looks like David Volkman, the goalie for Iowa State, just a little late to it with his glove hand. Goes top right corner, upper 90 for the McKendree goal.
Big goal there for the Bearcats, their first 2-goal lead of the day. It's been a pretty even battle so far, but that's a killer for Iowa State here at the end of this first period. We'll see if they can maybe respond here with a goal or 2 before the intermission. Best decides to flip this one out to the corner. Played up along the boards. Van Riesen being hounded here by a couple of Bearcats. Stumbled to the ice, couldn't grab it, but a teammate right there to help him out. Bandick coming across the line. Bumped off the puck there as the Cyclones pick it up, the loose change. Mort Scheller able to send it in as it rolled in front of Best there, and we get a whistle here. Not sure what this was. Looks like the net came off its moorings. for a second, so the referee blew the whistle.
Seems to be a common theme during this first period of the net coming loose.
Maybe something to look into here at the Nelson Center after this tournament is over. As McKendree controls here off the draw now to the left wing side. Iowa State now flipping this one in as lookout, almost a break there in front of the net, but they couldn't backhand that one onto the goal. Cyclones just keeping the line. Good work here by Zimmerman. Gets the pass over, just a little bit out of the reach of the teammate that he was looking for. So Iowa State continuing to press away. Up along the boards, flipped in deep. That one trickles wide of the goal, 1:47 to go in the period. Now off the tape of a McKendree player, backhander, save there. Oh, big hit after the whistle. Not sure if it was a hit or he just kind of landed awkwardly, but that McKendree player went really hard into the boards there.
A dangerous play there as he sort of went back first into the boards.
And he's talking trash there, it looks like, with the Iowa State bench. And the player that, of course, went hard on the boards there was Tyler Estermeyer. Some of the Iowa State fans were not pleased with the little chat he just had on the bench. Now along the boards and out through center. Here they come across the blue line. Omoroji got hit pretty hard there. Now Iowa State grabbing possession. We're winding down this first period here at the Nelson Center. A minute 22 to go. Here's Ramsey with the shot. Missed well wide of the goal. So picked up on the boards here by Cooper Bailey. Bailey let that one slide by him. Could be a break for the Bearcats. Here they come into the zone. Wilson shot save there. Nice job by Volkman to deny the leading score for the Bearcats. Wilson again, another try. That one blocked, another try in front. And an open man in front. But Iowa State doing a nice job to get back in time to defend. Here they come now the other way. Ramsey with the drop pass. Here's the shot. That one's blocked. Back in behind the goal. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Nice pass up ahead. Omoroji, one of the goal scorers for McKendree, working in the corner for the Bearcats. Slapped back behind the goal. 30 seconds to go in the period as Iowa State moves out. Could certainly use a big one here as that shot is gloved down by Best. And looked like he was going to leave it for a teammate, but wisely decides to hang on here.
And the Iowa State offense kept pressing after that shot, sort of forcing Best to cover it back up again, reset defensively with 20.8 seconds to play in the period.
Face-off will be, it's like to the right of Best here, and a chance for Iowa State to cut into this deficit before the period ends. But McKendree wins the draw. This one flung on net. Being whacked at here. Now finally McKendree able to exit the zone. 10 seconds to go in the period. One last try for both teams, but this shot, or pass rather, sails wide. So an icing with 3.9. McKendree will have an offensive zone draw here. And just enough time to get something started in a quick shot here for the Bearcats.
With McKendree already up 3-1 here, they know they're going to the locker room happy but not satisfied. The game is not over yet. They have a lot to do before the final whistle blows.
Lestrick on the draw for McKendree, couldn't win it. And so that'll do it for the first period of play. A very solid start for the top-seeded McKendree Bearcats, who lead this one 3-1 after the first period of play. Cameron, good period we saw. Obviously McKendree, though, the better team, especially on the scoreboard. Any final thoughts before we sign off for period number 2?
Very physical first play. McKendree is very fast offensively, and obviously Iowa State having a tough time containing them on defense. McKendree, they've had multiple offensive possessions where they've been out in front of the Iowa State defense, and they're coming away with a 3-1 lead.
Again, the score after 2 periods. McKendree leads Iowa State 3-1. We'll be back for period number 2. Again, I'm Matt Harrington alongside Cameron Irwin. We hope you can join us for the second period. And we welcome you back to the Nelson Center here in Springfield, Illinois. Alongside Cameron Irwin, I'm Matt Harrington. We're getting ready for this second period of play between Iowa State and McKendree. And Cameron, pretty good period overall for both teams. But clearly, Iowa State has quite a bit of work to do here, down 3-1.
And you saw it was a very fast first pace, first period. McKendree really got out and sort of skated ahead of them offensively, skated past the Iowa State defense. Iowa State's really going to have to come up with some big stops here, especially defensively, if they want to stay in this game.
And 3-1, of course, the score. And we will get ready for this second period of play here with the face-off at center ice. Iowa State getting ready with their huddle right in front of the bench. Looks like they're ready to go. Of course, the team switching sides, so Iowa State will be moving from right to left and McKendree from left to right. Here we go. Period number 2 underway as the Cyclones win the draw. They'll let this one roll to their goaltender. We'll play it back behind the net. Iowa State now trying to get this one out of their own end, but it's kept in by McKendree thanks to Dominic Nas. Now along the boards for Iowa State. Fifless trying to work it there as that one missed wide. McKendree again sustaining some offensive zone time along the boards. Now flipped up out of play, so we'll get a stoppage.
And already we see offensively McKendree really attacking Iowa State. Even off that first draw, they were able to get to the puck as goalkeeper David Volkman sort of tried to pass it back to his own team. McKendree was right there pressuring him.
Good start to the period already, as you mentioned, for the Bearcats, who have an offensive zone draw here. Tyler Wilson, the one to take it, but unable to win it this time as the Cyclones move it around to the other side. Now along the boards, McKendree moving it back behind the goal. Zimmerman. Big collision there back behind the net as Omaroji went down. McKendree still working along the far side boards. Held onto and a big slapper redirected. That one just went wide. Nice break there for the Cyclones. Another try in front. Look out. Volkman had to lunge out to make that stop.
Once again, Volkman looking very strong to start the period, sort of keeping with it. He doesn't look too discouraged about giving up 3 goals in the first period. He's keeping Iowa State in this game, only down 2.
18:53 is the time remaining in the second period. We're just underway here in the second stanza. Face off in the offensive zone here. Quick shot turned aside once again by Volkman. I'm gonna have to put on my jacket. It's getting a little chilly inside the Nelson Center here. First time all weekend I've worn this jacket inside the rink, so we'll continue to play on. Quick shot turned aside once again. Nice stop as Iowa State looks to move it up. Bandick finds his man at center ice. Salatka also out on the ice for Iowa State. One of the first appearances from him this game. That loose puck picked up here by Iowa State. Good block in front, though, by the Bearcats as they backhand it out through center. Could be a break if they hurry into the zone for McKendree. Shane Pluto takes a big hit as a couple of guys go down there for the Bearcats as they work along the boards. Pass out in front. Moved back down low now by McKendree. Jamming out in front, and that one up in the air. Good opportunity in front as Lesterick is the one camping out right in front of the goal. Another try by McKendree. They find their man at the point as it continues to work. That one skid wide. Boy, McKendree continuing to press here to begin this second period of play. Already up 3-1. They are hungry for more. Now Iowa State across the line as that one missed the net. Played to the corner and along the sideboards. McKendree able to move it free. Fired in deep, but that's off the netting and out of play.
Offensively smart move by Iowa State there to take a couple shots and sort of get the rhythm sort of mixed up for McKendree defensively. Because once again, to start this period, just like the first, McKendree controlling the offensive tempo.
We'll see where they decide to put this face-off. Looks like it'll be at center ice. So off the draw, Cyclones take it. And a pass right across the blue line. Here's Zimmerman with the shot. That one deflected off the stick. Looked like of a defender there in front for McKendree, and so out of play.
Something we haven't seen often today is a face-off in the Iowa State Cyclones offensive ice side.
I mean, yeah, and we haven't seen a lot of it, as you mentioned, but unable to win it here as Zimmerman, though, tries to track it down for the Cyclones. Now move to the corner for the other side. Connor Lee back behind the net. Turnaround shot, save there. Another try picked up here by Scherzik. Back down low for Iowa State as they continue to work. Brian Bunton also in there as well. Big hit along the wall. Nice feet in front. They've got options. Here's a shot, and it's off the crossbar. That was a rocket from Zimmerman, and my goodness, Iowa State was oh so close to getting within one.
And I think on top of that for Iowa State, they had number 3, Jeremy Scherzik, who was coming in off the left side of the puck.
I don't think Zimmerman ever saw him. He just took it himself.
And who would have known? Scherzik was wide open, had the net to himself, as Andrew Best was again shaded towards the right side of the net. Scherzik probably had a better shot.
McKendree trying to get out of the zone here as it rolls around at center. Trying to pick up the loose puck there was Dominic Nas. Bearcats regroup in their own end. Oh, big hit there from O'Connor as Iowa State retains possession. McKendree now keeping it in the zone. Whacked at here. So we'll roll to the corner. Aggressively playing the puck is Lesterick. 16:22 to go in the second period. Now the Cyclones reverse the other way. Bailey now pokes that one in. Gave it away, now picked it up. Here's Bailey with the shot. Nice save there from the goaltender, Best. Big chance there for Iowa State. And once again, Best slams the door shut. Chopped out through center. Iowa State flings it back in, but it's off the netting and out of play. Well, we have some time here. Want to give, again, another thank you to the Attack Hockey Club in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas for sponsoring our broadcast. And, of course, the Attack Hockey Club, one team, one goal. And also a special thank you to Steam Fitters, local number 353 in Peoria, for their help with these broadcasts as well. So, again, Attack Hockey Club and Steam Fitters Local 353, we thank you for your support of these broadcasts. Now McKendree with it at center ice. Lunging to make the play there was Nordlander, as the Bearcats will have to go back in their own end to defend. Redirected in front, and that one went wide. That was kind of a broken play, and it almost went in the back of the net. Again, the pass out in front just missed. Iowa State will have it at the point. Good keep here by Simpson. Was down low again for the Bearcats in the corner. Iowa State looking very good here on this offensive sequence, but now down the other way. Zimmerman the one to track it down. 15:15 to go in the second. Up the boards. Just missed his mark there. And Iowa State will grab it again. Zimmerman for the Cyclones. Keeping that one deep. No ice, says the official. We'll leave it back behind the goal for Nordlander, who plays it up the boards. And Wilson's got a break as he hustles after it to the corner. Wilson waiting on it now. Still looking for that open pass as Wilson moves it to the point. Sent down though by McKendree's Alec Nichols. Held on to at the left hash. Down low. Omer OG to Wilson at the side. Digging there. Good save, and the net is off, I believe. And that denied the chance for McKendree. Tough break there for the Bearcats.
And a pass right in front of the net, a very smart idea. Unfortunately, there's no Bearcat offensive player there to slap it in. But a very nice offensive set there for McKendree, something they really haven't been able to do. Iowa State's been controlling a lot of the tempo recently.
So Lesterick again on it here, or Lester, excuse me. But Iowa State able to win it as they find a man up ice. This one's chopped into the zone by Iowa State's Adam Shimamoto. Some Big collisions along the wall, but the loose puck picked up at center. Pluto gets railed along the boards, and not happy with that one, as Iowa State trying to whack this one out of their own end. Shoved to the corner. Now back the other way after it for the Cyclones is Jeremy Scherzik. Played at the line by McKendree. Lesterick firing that one down. This one will be played by Iowa State goaltender Volkman. Good job by McKendree. They're continuing to press here in the offensive end as they had the puck for a moment. Now fired back deep. Round to the other side it comes. On it is Dominic Nas at the point. The pass up for Davis. The shot there turned away. Davis again whacking at it. Goes to the corner. Scherzik for Iowa State, up for Ramsey. Cyclones trying to move up the ice now with speed. This one will be an icing though against Iowa State, as looked like Cooper Bailey just couldn't get there in time. So back to the other end.
That McKendree shot was a good shot. There was just no one on the backside to rebound. Or that, once again, that net was wide open for a putback. McKendree missed a chance there offensively.
They lead it 3-1. They'll have an offensive zone face-off here as well after that icing call. Wonder if we're gonna have a timeout here maybe? Not sure what's going on. I think it is a timeout. And I'm assuming McKendree was, or excuse me, Iowa State rather, was the one that called the timeout. So an interesting situation to take your only timeout of the game midway through the second period, but maybe this is what Iowa State needs.
Maybe they sort of allow themselves to regroup, slow McKendree down. They've been pressing quite a bit defensively. Maybe allow some changes early in this second period that can be used here and through the third in terms of handling the McKendree press.
So we'll see what happens out of the timeout here. Again, a reminder, it's an offensive zone draw here for the Bearcats, as it looks like Brennan will be the one to take it for them against appears to be Ramsey. Brennan right off the draw had a teammate there for Iowa State to help him out. Along the boards now, Zimmerman working. Back behind the goal it goes. Ken O'Connor over to the other side. Flipped up the wall. Iowa State continuing to work hard. This one, penalty coming up here it looks like. And this one will be against Iowa State, so McKendree will go on the power play here. Let's see what the official decides to call this one. Looked from his indications as if it was a high stick. We'll see if that's the case. Yep, high sticking call here against Iowa State, and the penalty will go against the Cyclones' Austin Simpson. And a big chance here for McKendree, but if you're Iowa State, you gotta kill this off.
And this is dangerous for McKendree to have a power play beginning in their own side. Iowa State needs to be careful on defense, not to get sucked in to anything on the inside.
They won the draw, but still having a hard time getting this one out of the zone as they work it up along the boards. Finally chopped out of there and sent down the length of the ice. This one played off the glass. 1:40 left on the power play. Now flipped into the zone as that one skids wide of Volkman and into the corner. Cyclones have it here. Dalton Teeter trying to get it out, and he does so. The defender at the point, Ty Watt, just couldn't quite hang on to it. Watt now manages to stay on side, but he gave it away. It could be a 2-on-2 if they hustle. Now a 2-on-1 with the defender trailing. Nice move to get into the zone, but a hand pass here. Pretty obvious call there as they finally call the hand pass. Good idea, better defensive effort though from the Bearcats.
And so far, 50 seconds into this power play, and we see Iowa State, you're right, killing the power play twice, and then offensively taking their own turn with a man down, almost able to score, and now they have a draw in their own zone.
We'll see who takes it here. McKendree able to come free with that loose puck. Now across the line they come. Dominic Nas into the corner. as they'll work this process along the right boards. Watt with it to the point. Nordlander on over. Here's the shot. That one sailed wide. Nordlander rushing to the right point to get it. And again, they continue to work. Nas down low at the back door. That one broken up and slapped down the ice by Iowa State. Could be a break if they hustle. Ramsey with it now, one man to beat. Ramsey forced to just flip it to the corner with 30 seconds left on their penalty kill. Action up along the boards now. McKendree finding their man right at the line. Nice pass for Omaroji. Watt with the shot, glove save, rebound, pushed aside, back up to the point. Flipping it to the corner, Omaroji, who's got a goal, trying to find it here for McKendree. Omaroji hit along the wall. Continuing to be worked here along the boards is Omaroji. Still have it on the backhand. Here's Wilson. Nice pass at the point. Nordlander with the scorcher. That one missed the net wide. McKendree still has it in the offensive zone. Watt waits for the defender to bite. Shoots, pad save, up in the air, and it's batted down. That is an excellent play by the Iowa State Cyclones in front of the net. Now Iowa State back the other way. Good save there by Best. Working in the corner now are the Cyclones. Connor Lee in there, getting tied up with a teammate as Omaroji moves it for Nordlander. We're halfway through the second period of play, still 3-1 in favor of McKendree. And this Gold Division Championship winner advancing to the ACHA Regional Tournament at the end of the month. Iowa State wanting a too many men call there for a moment, or somebody was yelling too many. Now Nordlander will spin a Iowa State defender around. Now Nordlander looking for that long pass, just missed the mark, no icing. Now Iowa State off the glass, looking to exit. This puck right in front of the McKendree bench, so they'll flip it in and get a change. And Iowa State again yelling for too many men on the ice. I think McKendree got away with the penalty there.
McKendree seems to be trying to substitute men on and off the ice, and that may have helped them out in that situation.
There's a shot that missed the net. And now Iowa State finally grabbing a hold of it as they come the other way. 8:58 to go in the second. Across the line, here's Bortscheller. Drop pass, save there, rebound, still loose in front of the net, and Best has got it. And a nice stop from him as Iowa State can't bury the chance in front.
Once again, Iowa State had an open man who was sort of cutting towards the goal on the backside. Instead, they decided to take the shot instead of the pass. Unable to get on the rebound. Now we'll have an offensive draw here.
I want to go back to a play here that we saw at the other end. I couldn't tell who it was, but one of the Iowa State defenders, that puck was up in the air. That could have gone on the back of the net. High sticks it out of there. Excellent awareness play there from Iowa State. Now McKendree trying to work along the boards. Fifless takes the bump. Gets run into there. McKendree with it again as they come across the line into the zone. There's a shot that's sticked away to the corner by a defender in front. That was Zimmerman, I believe. Or rather, Austin Simpson for the Cyclones. Back behind the goal. Look out, there's a pass in front, taken a hold of, no problem, by Ramsey as he will send it the other way. No icing here. 8:13 to go in the second. This period has flown by. Nice pass up ahead the ice as that one missed the net.
What a great defensive save there by Iowa State, able to get back and challenge the shot.
Davis flipping that one in again as the goaltender Volkman will leave it for his defense. Along the boards, McKendree keeps. Good work here from Blair Davies. And also in the mix there for McKendree, Lestarik. Now the pass over from Davies didn't work out. Nordlander lost it at the point. Could be a break for Iowa State if they hurry. And Nordlander just got tied up there with a man for Iowa State, unable to get it. And Brian Bunton, the goal scorer for Iowa State, was the one on that chance as he has it here. Bunton rubbed up along the wall. And now McKendree able to work it up the sideboards and get it out. Watt got laid out as he bumped it deep. Into the corner now, taken a hold of by number 70, Ivasenko. McKendree across the blue line now. Flipped into the corner. Iowa State broke it up. They'll come the other way, although outnumbered. Zimmerman whacking at it as he dives to muscle it deep. Under 7 now to play in the period. That one shot in deep, and it'll be left here by the goaltender. 6:47 to go. Pass up ahead on the skates of Connor, and now Scherzik with it. Scherzik, and this one gonna go, stayed in. I thought it was going into the netting, but manages to stick on the ice as it goes to the corner. Scherzik taking some physical play here along the sideboards. Puck held on to, backhander missed the net on the shot from Iowa State. Big hit there in the corner as it's flipped out of there. Now Iowa State across the line, they're off sides. Man was too early there, so we get a stoppage. 6:11 to go in the second.
You know, something that surely hasn't let up in this second period, two things in particular: the intensity on offense from both teams, the hustling from one end of the rink to the other, and the physicality. Both teams still delivering crushing blows. And this second period, with just about 6 minutes left to go, I'm surprised they haven't been tired out yet.
Iowa State now will flip it deep, and this one out of play. So we'll do it again. Flip the face off this time. Looks like it's going to be moving to center ice. Again, thanks to the Attack Hockey Club and Steamfooter's Local 353 for making these broadcasts possible. We have a face-off at the center ice dot, controlled by McKendree. No ice here. Oh, and they do call it. The official, I think, waved it off and then put his arm up for the icing. It's a little bit of a miscommunication, but the right call was made. I'm wondering if that official heard that fan yell ice and then said, oh, maybe I should call the icing.
At this point, Iowa State will take it, whether they influence the call or not.
Ramsey now wins the draw. Back to the point, fanned on, and Omoroji was waiting, trying to take advantage of that loose puck, as now McKendree reverses out through center. In across the line they go. Connor Brennan takes a nice hit there in the corner, able to work it on the far side. Brennan lost it. Iowa State fan on the clearing attempt. Off the referee, and now for McKendree, they continue to work. And across the line, Cyclones have it. Here's Teeter with the shot, redirected just wide in front. And that one went off the stick there of Connor Lee. Goaltender will hang on to this one as you get a stoppage. 5:11 to go in the period.
There's a good shot on the opposite side by Teeter. He had the left upper 90 open, instead decided to go bottom with it. It was deflected by Andrew Best.
Good idea, though, by the Cyclones, as they'll have a face-off in their defensive end. McKendree wins it. Nice shot on goal. No problem for Volkman there.
Once again deciding to hold on to it, slowing down the McKendree attack, allowing Iowa State to regroup and try again.
Cyclones win the draws. They'll fling it around off the glass. Up the boards, Nordlander working hard to keep it in, but unable to do so. Now McKendree pokes it forward. Here's Nordlander waiting, trying to throw it out in front of that slot on the backhand, but that didn't work out. Love down at the point. A hand pass called here, as some of the Iowa State fans were quick to shout that one out. No, and they didn't stop the clock. A lot of the fans unhappy that those extra seconds ticked on, and so we'll see if they decide to add them here.
And though Iowa State may be the designated guest on the scoreboards, their fans surely did travel well here to Springfield.
They really did. But their team trails 3-1 to McKendree. Cross the line, Bunt now. Looking for a man in the slot. Goes to the corner and back out the other side. Nice touch pass there. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. for McKendree. Here they come across the line. Davies, nice block there. Well done in front of the Iowa State goal by Ken O'Connor. Back the other way now come the Cyclones. Scherzik had that one lost away. And now O'Connor got tripped up, and there's a penalty coming up here against McKendree. And we'll see what we get here. There's a trip, I know that, but Iowa State touched the puck and they blew the whistle. So we'll see what they decide to call this. So penalty coming up here. We'll find out who it is. Or do we have a penalty? Not sure. The official had his arm up. It was a trip, pretty obviously. And let's see what we got.
I thought there was a penalty. Somebody obviously tripped something or someone.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And the referee had his arm up. I think there was miscommunication about who got tripped, and there's no penalty. Mm-hmm. I mean, oh well, we play on as McKendree takes possession off the draw. Now flips it backhander into the corner. Now back the other way, Iowa State trying to get it here. McKendree, nice feed in front, broken up. Physical play in front of the net. Now the pass connects as Iowa State comes across the line. Nice move to get in, pad save there. And the rebound cleared all the way down. One of the better stops of the night for Best. Into the corner, Iowa State goes. Austin Simpson being pinned along the wall. Down it goes now to the corner for McKendree. This one dumped down low. 3:12 to go in the period. We're winding down here of this second period of play. No goal scored, of course, in this period. All four of them in the first. We'll see if we get another one here before the intermission. Backhanded as Wilson tried to play that one. Wilson now up along the wall, forced to send it back deep. As Iowa State's Gabe Bortscheller gets it. Hang on, we got a stoppage of play here. Yes, goaltender Volkman wisely hangs on.
And we need to give credit for David Volkman coming out in this second period after giving up 3 quick ones in the first period. So far, a clean sheet here in this second period with 2:47 to go.
Yeah, he's looked good in net in this second period. He's been pretty busy, too. Now McKendree flinging this one up the boards. Or excuse me, Iowa State rather, as Cooper Bailey waited for that puck. It'll come to the other side. And McKendree stepping up to try and make a play there. This one flung off a stick. That's Ramsey that gathers the loose change. And now across the line they come. Iowa State into the corner. Bailey gets hit. He's pinned up along the wall. All kinds of Bearcats after him. Flip to the other side. 2:15 to go in the period. Backhanded off the glass and out through center, but taken by Ramsey. Again, into the corner it goes for Iowa State. Offensive zone, Bailey after it. Had his pocket picked by Jacob Scrum. 1:55. This one flipped up by the Bearcats. Worked out nicely. Here's Wilson. Wilson with the shot. Nice save in the midsection there from the goaltender Volkman.
Once again, David Volkman, another shot coming his way, another stop. He's single-handedly keeping Iowa State in this game.
2-goal deficit here for the Cyclones. 1:49 left on the clock. Off the draw, McKendree whacking at it here. Oh, Moroji down low. Goaltender was out of position there for a minute. So Volkman back and ready as Iowa State able to finesse this one down the ice. Now McKendree off the glass, almost hitting the official there. And now it comes across the line. Here they go. That one off the glass from the shot by Brennan. Iowa State now down the other way. Here's Bunton into the zone. Bunton slowing the offense down as he motions it to the corner. With it now, Scherzik. Throwing that one out in front. They keep the one-timer from the point, redirected off a man in front, and Iowa State going to have to re-tag up here on the offsides. 1 minute now to go in this second period. Pass tipped into the offensive end. Iowa State controls line changes here for McKendree, a full sail set of line change. And now picked up along the wall, backhanded off the glass. Iowa State controlling in their own end. Tape to tape it goes for O'Connor. O'Connor now off the glass. Couldn't get it out though. Good keep by the Bearcats. Broken up in front of the slot. Back the other way it comes. Fifthless now. Taking a big hit as he got railed by a couple of Bearcats there. 20 seconds now in the period as this one off the glass. Back down the other way. Big collision in front of the net. Lesterick now across the line, or momentarily at least. Now McKendree on sides. Here they come, Lesterick. One last chance in front of the net, and a huge break there for Iowa State as that puck got deflected out of play.
And that was another very wide open shot that McKendree had, as they had a offensive player crashing the net towards Volkman, unable to come up with the goal as the shot sails over the net.
2.6 seconds left, so enough time to win the faceoff and get a shot here for McKendree. We'll see if they can do so, and it'll be Lesterick on the draw. Lesterick able to win it, gets it back. Big one-timer from Nordland, and that'll do it for the second period. That one hit off a Cyclone in front, and they've got a man down. That Scherzik a little bit slow to get up, but that's how the second period ends. No scoring in this period, but a lot of back and forth action. Really good period, though, I thought, from Volkman and net for Iowa State. And Cameron, your thoughts on that second period?
And we are talking about a lot about David Volkman, but let's not forget Andrew Best, the keeper from McKendree, who has only allowed one goal through 2 periods, that one goal coming in the first period. Despite Volkman coming out in the second period, having a much stronger period, we're forgetting that Andrew Best is just having a strong game overall for McKendree.
Best has been good indeed, and we'll see if he can continue it as we head into the third period. But we will take our intermission break here in the press box alongside Cameron Irwin. I'm Matt Harrington. We hope you can join us for the third period. We'll be right back. Back alongside Cameron Irwin, I'm Matt Harrington as we get ready for the third and final period of play of this championship game here in the gold division of the 2019 MACHA Tournament. Iowa State trailing 3-1 against the top-seeded McKendree Bearcats. Cameron, Iowa State's got some work to do in this period. What do they got to do to get out of this hole?
I think, first of all, they need to control the offensive tempo. McKendree has been pressing relentlessly on Iowa State's defense, and it's making it tough for them to get the puck into their offensive zone. I think they need to find some sort of way, hopefully something they discussed in the second intermission. They need to find a way to be able to effectively move the puck from one end of the rink to the other and eventually put the puck in the back of the net.
They started out the second period very strong, had a couple of nice chances, but the rest of the period was all McKendree. And we'll see what happens here in this third period. As Iowa State already getting the quick shot away. Nice start to the period off the shot there from Brian Button, the only goal scorer of the day so far for the Cyclones. This one tipped into the zone. It'll roll to the goaltender, Best, and be flipped up off the glass. Now fired back in deep. Best will leave it for Nordlander here. About 30 seconds into this third period, off the stick of a defender in front and rolling around at center ice now. McKendree trying to whack it in, but good job by Iowa State to prevent that from happening. Austin Simpson tried to clear it, but it goes back down. We'll have an icing.
And already you see Iowa State attacking offensively, as you said. First shot right off the opening draw to start the period. A quick shot. They've already had a couple shots actually towards the McKendree defensive side. But once again, Andrew Best, just like he has all game, staying strong and saving the ones that count the most.
Now at the point, here's a shot that's sticked away, and Best will extend the glove to make that stop as he got pushed all the way to the back of the net there.
Best there, a nice little flip up with the stick, sort of catches the puck in his glove hand. Once again, another save for the keeper.
Iowa State has come out strong here in this third period, and it'll be Ramsey on the draw. Now they'll get it back as they move it down low. Into the corner it goes. Banked off the boards. One-timer from the point, that's blocked. Iowa State now still retaining possession. Ramsey along the left side at the point. Along the left wing, here's the shot, and Best just able to get the stick on it to make the stop. Teeter let that one slip by, and now they come across the other way. Here's Wilson into the zone. Wilson the shot, up in the air, batted away again. And for the second time, Iowa State saves a goal because of a nice high-sticking defensive play there.
And I am amazed at Tyler Wilson's speed for McKendree. He is able to hustle from one end of the rink to the other and beat the defense quite easily.
Now Davies over for his man, Davis rather, sorry. And now Iowa State along the boards, 18-16 to go in the third. Off a stick there is Ivan Senko. Try to grab it. Now Iowa State flipping it deep. Up past Best to the left corner. Iowa State hacking at it here. In there for the Cyclones is Adam Shimamoto. And flip back deep. Big hit there along the wall. Iowa State still holds the zone. Pass from the point. Now the shot, that one missed Best wide. In front of the net again, and they just a little bit of a communication breakdown as McKendree's going to beat out the icing. Goaltender will go out and play it. Now you look at some of the speed on these teams, and Blair Davies, one of the guys that's got some jets. Nordlander will beat out the puck for the icing, so 17:21 to go in the third.
But once again, on top of the speed you were talking about, Raymond Zimmerman and Brian Bunton, both for Iowa State, very quick with the puck. And of course, I already said Tyler Wilson, his speed is amazing, whether he has the puck or he doesn't.
Quick shot off the draw, they score! A funny bounce, and it's 4-1 McKendree. That's a dagger right there, no doubt about it, for the Cyclones. And tough break. That one was able to sneak by, and I think who's going to get credit for the goal here is Dominic Nas, at least based on the celebration. So McKendree extends the lead again.
And of course, we've been talking about Iowa State's keeper, David Volkman, and how well he had been doing that second period. And one little slip up here about 3 minutes in. McKendree's now up 4-1.
A tough break, no doubt. May have been deflected in front of the net there by Shane Pluto on the goal, but we'll find out here in a minute. As held on to by McKendree. Looking again, and a man falling down in front. I think there's going to be a penalty because of it. Or maybe the net just came off. Looks like that's what's going to be the case. Well, McKendree now up 3. They're in the driver's seat, no doubt about it here, as we cruise along in this third period.
A genius with words you are.
Thank you. Now this one flipped up out through center. McKendree tracking it down. Alec Nichols through center, whacking at this one. Here they come across the line now. Wilson waiting for a man to bite, that one rolling right to the goaltender for the whistle.
Wilson had Omaroji coming with him. He decided instead to keep it himself. I thought he had a little lane where he could have tried to skip it through to Omaroji, who seemed like he was open on the backside of the net. But once again, instead decided to take the shot himself.
16:36 remaining in this game. And barring a comeback here from Iowa State, which certainly could still happen, McKendree on their way to a gold division championship. We'll see if they can hang on for the next 16:30. Iowa State now trying to get it at center. Now loose puck finally grabbed a hold of on the back end. Now Wilson with the shot, that one sailed wide. Missing the glove side of the goaltender. And Volkman for Iowa State. You see, usually most goaltenders have the glove on their left hand, but both goaltenders in this game have the glove on their right hand, and that's certainly something you don't see all too often, but interesting note there for Volkman and Best. Under 16 now to play in the third. Long pass. They're offside, and referee's just going to have to blow this dead on the offside. Tried to take up, but it didn't work out, so continue play. .44 to go in the third period of play, and 4-1 lead for the McKendree Bearcats.
The coach of McKendree there sort of having a conversation with two of the officials as to what the whistle was.
It wasn't offside, but they sent it all the way back down here, so interesting face-off placement. Here's a quick shot. Best extends the back leg to make that stop. Now O'Connor finding his man on the left wing. Here's the quick shot, and again, Best coming way out to make the save.
Andrew Best thus far putting the team on his shoulders. He's carried them so far, only allowing one goal to McKendree's 4.
Nice string of passing there as well from the Cyclones. Off the draw, tie up in the circle. That puck still being battled for, and now a quick shot. Look out, that one just sailing over the top of Best. Now Iowa State at center, controls play. Here's Schoenfield firing that one deep, no icing, as it was tipped. The McKendree head coach couldn't believe that that wasn't an icing, had his arms up in the air in frustration. Now back down behind the goal it goes again for Wolfgang Davis. Now flung off the boards and fired back in deep. Best lets it roll to a teammate. Now kept in, no it was not. Offside, but not an issue as McKendree moves the other way. Armstrong with it. Pass over and a save from the goaltender. That puck was still loose after, but the net came off anyway, so my guess is that goal would not have counted.
Once again, seems to be a problem today with the net coming undone. Had to have quite a lot of bit of stoppage time because of it.
And you can see, or you could see after at least, that some of the McKendree players weren't happy with that whistle being blown because of the puck still being loose, but not an issue, of course, because the net was off its moorings. And so we'll continue play here. Offensive zone draw for McKendree. 14:34 to go.
And might I also add, Wolfgang Davis, one of the greatest names I've ever heard.
Iowa State, by the way, just took a penalty. I'm not sure what that was for, but a power play nonetheless for the Bearcats as 9 seconds has already expired on it.
And that could have also contributed to the whistle, to the stoppage in play as well.
Good point. Lesterick on the draw here for the Bearcats with Ramsey, or excuse me, with Bunton, as they try to send this one down the length of the ice. Bunton on the forecheck here on this penalty kill for Iowa State. Minute 37 to go on the power play, and the Bearcats have it again. Now across the line. They'll hold on to it in the corner, thrown out in front, that one back to the point. Off a body. Now right back out to the neutral zone for McKendree. Cyclones able to fire this one down. Time winding down on the penalty, a minute 12 to go. Alec Nichols slows the process down for his team as he waits for reinforcements. Now the pass just missed. This should be an icing against McKendree, but it won't be because they beat it out. O'Connor along the boards, or Simpson rather. Simpson digging away for Iowa State. McKendree though holding it. Nordlander to his man at the point, now down low. Nordlander with a big blast, save there. McKendree now working it along the boards. Austin Simpson still being pressed along the wall. Now McKendree finally able to escape here. 24 to go on their power play. Down low to the corner. They're trying to find a man in front, but nice job by the Cyclones defensively. Nordlander over. Here's the shot, save there. Rebound hacked at it, now pushed to the corner. Nordlander pinching to try and keep it, but it gets by him. That'll pretty much do it for the power play here for the Cyclones. Or excuse me, the penalty kill rather for the Cyclones, as goaltender will hang on. It looked like he was gonna throw it there for a minute, but does hang on, and Volkman gets the whistle.
And I don't think Volkman realized that there was a McKendree attackman coming towards him. I only think he suspected his teammate who was coming alongside.
12:30 to go in the third, and good game so far, but McKendree has taken advantage more of their opportunities, and because of it, they lead 4-1. Now the other way. On the defense is Davis, as McKendree looks to break out, but not before a dump in here is Best. Will hug it along the post for the whistle. Someone's glove came off for the Cyclones. Looked like that was Gabe Bortscheller that had the mitt pop off. Head of the bench along with some other Cyclones for a change. Off the draw now, they take it again and pickpocket it away. And now McKendree back the other way, odd man rush. 3-on-2 with the defender near as well. That one shoved to the corner. Zimmerman trying to work it out. Now Iowa State able to get it to center, but get a whistle. Not sure what for. I think the net again came off. And the goaltender, Volkman, I think was trying to go out and play that puck, but bumped it off in the process.
And you know, offensively, what I've noticed, Iowa State just seems very sloppy today compared to McKendree. And that little pickpocket there sort of shows you McKendree very disciplined on defense. They don't bite much, and when they do, they're going to take it from you.
Certainly an issue that Iowa State has had this game is those passes have not been connecting at the rate they had hoped to. As the shot there flung to the corner. Pinch and keep down low here for McKendree. Along the boards, Lesterick trying to work it in. Going out in front of the net, redirected pad save from the goaltender Volkman, and now Iowa State out the other way. Fifthless across the line. Dump off pass, that one didn't connect as Fifthless is thrown to the boards. Big hit off the puck there. Still digging for it in front of the net are the Cyclones. As a man was taken down in front, that was Cooper Bailey. That one will go all the way down. No icing. Iowa State not happy about that one. Some of the fans voicing their displeasures. Late offsides, Iowa State will have to tag up. It'll go back behind the McKendree net for Alec Nichols. Long pass, bumped off, here's Wilson. Wilson with the wrister glove save. Follow-up try turned aside as well by the goaltender. Now dumped in as they continue to press here. Now Iowa State reversing the other way. A lot of Iowa State fans unhappy. Shimamoto will get a face-off outside of the zone. 10:35 to go. This game has kind of slowed down a little bit, though, from the first period that we had in the second as well.
And I think that's really swinging to McKendree's favor. I mean, it's safe to say it sort of slowed down in the second period a little bit as well when they were up 3-1. Now they're trying to definitely take the air out of it here for Iowa State, up 4-1 with 10:30 left in this third period.
This one now in the Iowa State offensive zone. Still some action here along the boards as they continue to dig away. Iowa State fans wanting a hook there. Refs let it go, and clearly the fans and the players are getting frustrated, very frustrated, and they'll go down the other way.
And we knew coming in, McKendree, they committed quite a lot of penalties. They just haven't had very many calls go against them today.
And right as you say that, Cameron, they're going to go to the box. And the Iowa State fans are cheering the referees as they think finally making a call.
And, you know, sooner or later, you have to believe in the announcer's curse that was my fault the penalty was called.
No worries. So Iowa State gets a big chance here. They need a goal, and they get a big chance here to do so on this power play. So here we go off the draw. This one worked along the boards by Nordlander. Can't quite get it out, though, for the Bearcats. Good whacks by both teams along the boards. A man down for McKendree in that scrum. Iowa State able to get free. Big wrister, that one missed the glove side of the goaltender Best. Now Iowa State in the corner as well. Hustling to the other side is O'Connor. Or pardon me, that's Bortscheller, as that one will go down the length of the ice. 1 minute and 27 seconds to go on the Cyclones power play. Again, up the ice they come. Here's Lee with it on the stick as he moves it on the left. Big windup. Best makes the stop. Up along the boards, and now this one will escape free through center for Bandick. And pass connects on the left wing side. Good hit there thrown by the Bearcats as they continue to apply the pressure here. We're at a standstill in the corner now, finally dug out by the Cyclones. At the point now. Lost the zone that time was Scherzik, and again, Iowa State has to regroup. They just stay onside, and they look to slow things down. Scherzik with it now at the right point. Nice feed at the back door, but not a very accurate shot there from the Cyclones. So this game remains 4-1. McKendree finally able to dig it out. The speedy Wilson will just settle things down here with 23 seconds to go on the power play for Iowa State. All the way down the length of the ice. And McKendree, even though they're up by 3, they're not letting down on this forecheck. Doing a good job of continuing the pressure as 7 seconds remain. One last chance for Iowa State on this power play. Throwing up the boards. And kept in. Here's a big wrister and not a problem at all for Best, and he made that look easy.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Stuck his glove up there, caught that easily, holding it like it's nothing. Andrew Best. Once again, another great game and goal for him today.
He sure has been phenomenal. And certainly one of the reasons why his team is leading this game by 3. 7:50 to go in this third period, and McKendree inching their way toward this Gold Division Championship. As here's a shot on net, no problem at all, into the glove of Volkman there.
And there you see Volkman sort of returning Andrew Best's easy snag with one of his own. Trying his best to keep Iowa State in this one.
He's been pretty good. I mean, you can't say the 4 goals are all his fault. And
A lot of weird bounces today,
sure.
not going his way.
It started early in the first period, and it's kind of been that way the whole way as Zimmerman catches a pass into the zone. Zimmerman got bumped off the puck, couldn't pull the trigger. Now McKendree the other way, the pass connects up at center. Here they come into the zone. Lesterick had that one broken up by Zimmerman. Nice defensive effort there.
Lesterick sort of pushed that one out too far in front of him. Zimmerman took advantage of it.
Chance here for the Bearcats to strike again, and a diving effort by Zimmerman once again. And again, the shot held on to. What a performance on that chip from Zimmerman, my goodness.
Raymond Zimmerman, the leading point getter for Iowa State. He has 33 on the season before the tournament started, but they're flashing his defensive skills as well.
7:08 remains in the period. Face-off to be taken by Ramsey and Wilson. Ramsey able to win it back for Iowa State. This one gloved down at the blue line. Scherzik trying to corral the loose puck, and now Ramsey into the zone. Ramsey had his pocket picked. It's flipped up through center. McKendree will have to hustle, but they're offside. Official was right there and blew it dead, so 6:51 to go. Face off outside the Iowa State zone.
And it looked like Omaroji was just a little bit too eager to get onto the offensive side, beat the puck there.
So McKendree will make some offensive line changes here. Iowa State, though, able to win the draw. They'll play tape-to-tape catch on the defense line here. But McKendree, again, doing a good job of forcing this one to the outside as they try and chop it in the offensive zone here. Here's a chance for the Bearcats. Rolling around in front, out of position was Volkman for a minute. But his defense is able to bail him out. And blocked again by Iowa State. Now glove down at center ice. Say McKendree team that, as you mentioned, scores a ton of goals. Here's a chance. Best able to fight that one off. The rebound's still loose in front. Iowa State has it at the point now. Teeter, hang on. We got pushing and shoving all over in front of the net, and I think we're going to get some penalties because of it.
You see, as soon as the pushing and shoving started, Andrew Best, the goalie, getting out of the way. He does not want to be a part of that at this point.
So we have one penalty, I believe. It's going to be against McKendree. And heading to the box for the Bearcats is Alec Nichols. So looks like that's just going to be the only penalty, and I think we're going to have an Iowa State power play.
Iowa State had a power play earlier this period, unable to capitalize on it, and you know that with 6:04 left in the third, they need a goal here now.
They really do. They're starting to run out of time as Bunton has it at the point. That one couldn't be kept in by Scherzik as he tries to put a move on at center. Now left off for his defense. Across the line, Iowa State comes down by 3. With 5:48 to go in this game, they need something here soon. This one hit along the boards. Across the way, whacked at. Holding on to it as Bunton was looking for a redirect in the corner, has got his man. Now Bunton, here's the shot, off the post. Bunton nearly made it a 2-goal game. Scherzik with it now. Bunton again with the one-timer. Didn't get much wood on that one.
He's feeling it after that last shot, though. I thought that was so close to going in.
Scherzik scores! That one goes in off the shot from Scherzik. And Iowa State gets a big one. It's 4-2.
And once again, we said they needed to capitalize off that power play, and eventually the shots are going to fall for you as long as you keep taking them. Iowa State brings it within 2.
Big goal there. Not sure if it got redirected in front, but the shot from Scherzik goes in, and that play all started thanks to that timer off the post, and then Bunton got the shot that went back behind the net, and they were able to work it again to the point. It hit somebody in front, no doubt about that, but again, Iowa State within 2. They got that big goal that we talked about.
And I was sure that Bunton's shot had actually gone in. That first one he took before the one-timer off the wall.
And now Iowa State looking to move up ice. As they come along the left side, cutting into the zone, bumped off the puck. There was Zimmerman. Whacked at McKendree the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Oh, My goodness, what a hit. He knocked him into next week there. Huge collision along the wall, but got a man down. I couldn't see the angle there of who it was, but trainer is immediately out on the ice, and I didn't realize the severity of that injury. That's a scary collision along the wall. That was a tough angle, but you could hear the crunch up here, and I wasn't trying to be rude. I didn't realize there was an injury on the play there, so can't tell who that is down for the Bearcats, but hopefully he's up and okay, and good to see that Lazar Lesterick is okay. Took a very hard hit into the boards, and he is skating off with some help from some teammates. So good to see he's okay. So it looks like we will finally continue play here. 4:49 to go in this third and final period. 4-2 lead for McKendree. But Iowa State has got within 2 here. We'll see if they can get within 1 in the next 4:40-ish. Here they come up the ice now with speed. Across the line, Button into the zone. Button with the drop pass in the slot, rolling to the goaltender Best, and he'll hang on for the whistle.
Lesterick looks okay right now, sitting on the bench, getting some water. I mean, that's a tough hit, a tough one to come back from. Sort of got banged up against the wall sideways, back against sort of the side boards. That's just an awkward spot to be in.
Iowa State offensive zone draw here, but McKendree comes away with that loose puck as Corey Robinson tries to flip it out. Someone will go back into the Iowa State end. Scherzik trying to find his man, as McKendree will have to regroup once again in their own end. 4:18 to go in the third. Batted down with a high stick. Iowa State will play it, negating the whistle. Long pass up ahead, tipped in by Wilson. It was not tipped in, I guess, as the officials call an icing. So another offensive zone faceoff for Iowa State. This could be huge for them.
And they need to continue to keep the puck on the offensive side. They're down 2 with 4 minutes. There's no doubt that this is still in their court. They can win this game.
McKendree wants a timeout, and they're going to take it. So a smart move here by the Bearcats, a chance to slow things down. So timeout McKendree. Iowa State, of course, already used their timeout about midway through the second period when they were down 3-1. As we focus in on the Iowa State bench there, and we'll look at the goaltender Volkman, who's been very good this afternoon, despite the fact that his team trails 4-2.
And once again, it's just been a lot of funny bounces that haven't really gone his way, favoring McKendree today. He's been stellar other than that.
So McKendree a chance to discuss things here. Just have 4 minutes and 5 seconds to defend here. As long as they can hold on, they will win this gold division and clinch a spot in the ACHA Regional Tournament. Ramsey now taking the draw. Ramsey now able to win it back for Iowa State, rolling around as it deflects to the corner. Backhanded back behind the net. Ramsey being shoved there, can't quite get the stick on it. Iowa State whacking to keep it in, they can't. It'll come out through center. And at the line played here by Shimamoto. Nice pass and a nice move to get around the defense there from Iowa State's Cooper Bailey, but couldn't pull the trigger. 4-2 still your score, 3:35 to go. Off the boards, Davis trying to hold it. Kicked up and around. And now backhanded back in here. Now off the glass and down the length of the ice. Scherzik had a man beat him to it. Good to see number 11 back out there for McKendree. Of course, that being Lesterick, who went down hard on that hit earlier, as he has possession of the puck here. Lesterick spinning away. Pass bouncing around off the stick of Nas there. Now Iowa State able to fire this one down the length of the ice. No icing, didn't have enough juice on it. 2:50 to go. Lesterick now with it for McKendree, is again got bumped off the puck a little bit there by Lee, and will be held on to rather by Volkman. 2:41 remaining in this game.
And you can feel the intensity just building right now as Iowa State knows they need to score, and they've been pushing the McKendree defense deep into their own territory.
They have indeed, and we'll see what happens here in this final 2:41. Face off in the offensive zone for McKendree. Iowa State now looking to get out of the zone as they successfully work it along the left wing wall. They've got a 2-on-1 if they can hurry. And that puck did not go in the back of the net, and the net came off its moorings in the process. Good idea, better defensive play. And I noticed too on that play that Tyler Wilson of McKendree, that was one of the fastest back checks I've ever seen. What a hustle that he's got.
And he's with or without the puck, he is just one speedy hockey player. He knows how to get from one end of the rink to the other in the quickest way possible.
So face-off coming up here outside of the zone. And it'll be Lee to take the draw against Wilson. McKendree trying to find it. That one's gloved down by the Cyclones, and a hand pass here is called. So we'll have another face-off, 2:23 left. Again, want to give one final thank you to our sponsors for making this possible. Attack Hockey Club located in Dallas-Fort Worth, and also Steam Fitters Local 353 for their help with the starting lineups and the starting goaltenders. Couldn't have done it without them, so thank you so much for your support of the 2019 MACHA Tournament. And it was a great event this year. Looking forward to hopefully coming back here next year as well for this tournament. A lot of really good teams this weekend, and I had a lot of fun. And I hope the viewers did as well. We saw some really good hockey. And McKendree closing in on the D2 Gold Division Championship here, but 2 minutes still left to play in this one. Getting it off at the line. Lee able to poke that one in for Scherzik. Nice quick turnaround try. Best able to make the save. Iowa State now at the wall. 1:38 to go. This one a delayed icing here, and we do get the call. So a minute 34 to go. A lot of whistles here in this last minute or so.
And now with the goalie pulled for Iowa State, I mean, a goal from McKendree essentially seals it now. They're up 2 with a minute 34 left.
Empty net here as well. Minute 34 left, here we go. Shot there, got deflected in front. McKendree now back the other way. Is a reverse slashing call coming up? Maybe, maybe not. As this one go for Lestrick. Empty net here for McKendree as they try and find it up in the air. And Iowa State will come back the other way.
Nice job defensively for Iowa State to sort of keep the puck out of the net.
And that'll do it. The empty netter goes into the back of the net. And the McKendree crowd loves it here as that one is put in from center ice. And that'll make it 5-2 in favor of the Bearcats. And the goal scored there, the big one, getting credit for that one is Ryan Reeder. Huge goal for McKendree. And Iowa State is getting a player thrown out of the game that's fifth-less. That's getting tossed, and tensions are starting to rise here for Iowa State, no doubt. The fans are getting restless, as well as the players. Update the score bug here for you. .103 to go now in this game. 5-2. McKendree going to win the Gold Division Championship here over the Iowa State Cyclones. Pretty even game throughout, but McKendree just a team that can wear you down.
And
we saw that here.
And it looked like Iowa State just did not seem sound in passing, holding on to the puck, and that may have hurt them in the end.
Collisions along the wall as Iowa State trying to dig this loose puck out. Now intercepted by Nordlander, who's got some room. It's a 2-on-1. Here's Nordlander with the shot, and that one missed the net, high and wide. Watt just gonna hold on to this one here with 20 seconds left. And he'll just kill off this final clock time here as the McKendree fans know it. 12 seconds to go. What a win. They played well. They got a solid performance in net from Best. As the clock winds down to 0, the McKendree Bearcats win the 2019 MACHA Gold Division Championship over the Iowa State Cyclones. The final here this afternoon, McKendree 5 and Iowa State 2. What a game we saw, Cameron. But again, as we kind of alluded to just a couple minutes ago, McKendree, they're just so speedy, they can just wear you down in a heartbeat.
And this is a team that scores the puck. I mean, we saw that they have multiple players, actually 5 of them that have more than 40 points on their team this season. I mean, this is a sound hockey team overall, and a very nice win for the Bearcats today.
So the Bearcats are going to advance to the ACHA Regional Championship in Minneapolis, Minnesota, up at the Schwann Super Rink, technically in Blaine, Minnesota, but a suburb of the Twin Cities. And a big congratulations to them on the win. And you can see, of course, the handshakes here on your screen, and always a tradition in hockey. Always good to see that. Both goaltenders played well. Volkman wasn't bad at all by any means, just as you mentioned, had some bad bounces that didn't go his way, and that's one of the reasons why McKendree won this game. But again, you mentioned the wear down effect, and McKendree deserved to win, no doubt. So any final thoughts before we sign off here, Cameron?
I think if you're Iowa State, you got some things to work on, no doubt. But also, I mean, this is a McKendree team, once again, that can score. They put up 9 on Bradley the game beforehand. I mean, Iowa State only allowed 5 goals today, and as we said, a lot of them were bounces that didn't go their way. I think it was a fundamental game for McKendree and a well-earned win.
Indeed, a well-earned win indeed, as we get the teams lined up here at the blue lines for the trophy presentation. But we're going to sign off here in the meantime. So again, we want to thank the Attack Hockey Club and Steamfitters Local 353 for making these broadcasts possible this weekend. And it was a great weekend of hockey. Had 5 of the tournament games streamed here on the Bradley Hockey YouTube channel. And I'm really already looking forward to the tournament next year. So thank you to especially Bradley head hockey coach J.P. Fitzgerald, who's also on the board, and just the entire team here at Bradley University. Of course, we're students at Bradley, but J.P. Fitzgerald has done an incredible job with putting this tournament together, and it was really a fun weekend indeed. So we will get the trophy presentations here, but we're going to sign off. So for everybody at Bradley University, all our sponsors in the Attack Hockey Club and Steamfitters Local 353, want to thank you for watching these broadcasts and making them possible. And for Cameron Irwin, I'm Matt Harrington, saying so long from the Nelson Center in Springfield.